Yo, we live. I'm going live on both phones right now. Man, I got a gym. I just need to drop this and just get this out and just be on the way. You need to drop your fear, man. You need to drop this. How to start? You need to drop your fears, man. Drop your fears. We're living in end times, bro. What that means by end times is, and listen, like, you can see the media outlet, you can see news outlet, you can see a lot of things, a lot of people, they're gonna put fear into you, man, and they're gonna get you to give a fuck. In other words, they're gonna get you to put out, give, the weak elite's power, man, and they're gonna have you give certain attention, man, to what be going on in this world, and the people within it, but the end times just mean that people are just waking up, man. This is what the end time is, man. People waking up and they're gathering the knowledge of self and they're regaining their control, and they're now vibrating frequent and raising the frequency high, man. So the earth can reset itself and align itself. We're living in the end, man. We're living in the end of the wicked, man. We're living in the end of a system that was designed to take your energy away, man. And in these times, you really need to do away all the... You gotta relearn, man. Let's just put it this way. You gotta relearn. Drop all the things that you have learned and tap into what your spirit already knows, because you've been here before, man. You've been here before. Stop with all this shit, man. A lot of people have egos, and their egos are driven by fear. And fear is actually what feeds the ego, because they're afraid to explore, man, who they truly are. They're willing to go. They're not willing to go outside the boundaries of who they think they are. It's ego, man. Fear, false evidence appearing real. A lot of people have pride. Because they think they're doing something according to what society tells them. Drop all that shit, man. We live in the end, man. We live in the end. And the end is a new beginning. That's all it is. The end is a new beginning, man. It's not the end of the world. Don't listen to that shit, man. See, many people will try to tell you, man, it's the end of the world. The world can't be destroyed. The earth can't be destroyed. And I want people to understand that the earth can't be destroyed. Nor can you destroy the people within it. You literally cannot end an entire genealogy of people, man. Because you gotta understand, we're spirits at the end of the day. We're just gonna go back to the Creator, and then guess what? New life is gonna be formed. If animals are killed, their spirit goes back to the Creator. New life is formed. So how can there be an end of the earth? How can the earth end as we know it? If the earth is just going to spring forth life anyways, you cannot destroy earth. You cannot destroy what gives life, man. That makes absolutely no sense. A lot of people are going to believe it. A lot of people are going to believe it's the end of the earth. A lot of people are going to believe it's the end of the world. Yeah, it's the end of the world of lies and deception. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world of lies and deception. It's the end of the world of the ignorant, man. It's the end of the world of those who are puffed up, have a lot of pride and ego. Which is why I say pride and ego creates victims. They're all going to be victims. Each and every single last one of these people who are puffed up in pride and ego are going to be victims. What are they going to be victims of? They're going to be victims of the inevitable reset that's going to happen, man. Drop all this shit, man. Drop all this shit. Have no fear. Drop the fear, man. Drop the fear. Because at the end of the day, the hell is the government going to do, man? Listen, the government can't even control, can't even properly, listen, the government truly had power. You gotta understand, the government truly had power. Over us. Why are we living in an information age and we're not walking by what's been taught? The government truly had power over us. How are we able to walk freely? The government really had power over us. How are we able to make money freely? If the government truly had power over us, why did the sun still come out even though they still try to block the sun? They try to block the sun out, the sun still come out. The government truly had power over us. How are we able to speak to anybody who we choose to speak to? People are still worried about the laws of the government. See that's where people are bounded by fear right there, man. Like I said, that fear feeds the ego. You think you're a law-abiding citizen? That's ego, man. You're abiding by a system of laws that was made to go against you anyways. What do you do? That just means you're a slave. Ain't nothing new, man. There's many slaves just like you. You got a lot of people still watching from a distance. They're watching from sidelines rather than actually getting up and going to do shit, man. Got a lot of people who still aren't selfless and selfish at the same time. And see, people confuse being selfish for being cold. People mix the two together. Being selfish is not being cold. Being selfish is it's in the fucking word. Selfish. Meaning you're in tune with yourself. So of course you're gonna be selfish when you're in tune with yourself. But if you also understand that you're not operating this that you are not binded to this this physical world, of course you're gonna be selfless. A lot of people tell you to be humble. They're really just telling you to stoop down to their level of understanding and be the person that they will be willing to accept. Listen, you shouldn't give a damn about being accepted by nobody. Period. Period. Nobody. 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 See, the world tricks you to believe that there's a lot of people who are related to you. Listen, if that person doesn't align with you and your beliefs, if that person isn't selfless and selfish, if that person's still living in fear and they're steady pushing fear on you, they're ignorant but they believe they know. Those people aren't relatives. How can they be relatives if they're not related to you and what you stand for? Because to be a relative means they gotta be related to you, right? A lot of your relatives and physical are not related to you, man. Um, Even your parents, your physical parents, your parents on earth, like they're not. There's a lot of people who have parents, but they're not related to them. If you're tapped in, you'll understand what I'm talking about there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really going to elaborate on that and what I mean by that, but there's a lot of people out here in this world who have physical parents, earthly parents. They're not related to them. A lot of people got friends, and outside of the physical, they can't relate to them any other way. Outside of the physical, got a lot of so-called lovers. A lot of people got so-called lovers that they love more than they love themselves, bro. Got a lot of people who will tell you everything they know about a fucking celebrity, their favorite celebrity. They know everything about their favorite celebrity, but they don't know a damn thing about themselves. Got a lot of people, man. They tell you everything that they learned from school, man. They give you all these useless facts that they know. And yes, useless facts. I say useless facts. I said what I said. Useless facts. Okay? Useless information. Got people that know a lot of useless information, but don't know themselves, nor do they know their purpose. Got a lot of people who who will name everything that they know about a TV show. Don't even know their purpose, man. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, on and on and on and on and on. I think the biggest form of idolatry and the biggest um, form of fornication that you can ever commit is um, praising or worshiping a God that is not already within you, not praising the Creator within that created you, that gave you life. Got a lot of people who would call these celebrities a god. Literally, I see it all the time, man. A lot of people that call these celebrities a god, their favorite celebrities a god, but won't call themselves a god. Ain't that ass backwards? That's why I say we live in the end times, man, because a lot of people who still operate off that low vibration, that low frequency, man, they gonna get wiped the fuck off, man. They gonna get vaporized, man. It's over. It's over. It's over. And I think as we live, and it's actually, you know what? It's not like the information's not there. It's not like the information isn't there for them to see it. It's not like they can't just tap in with themselves and figure out who they are. So you know what? We live in the days, we live in the times where, fuck it, man, you just gotta let go and just let yourself be, and just let it be, man. Let go and let it be. Let go and let it be. There's nothing that you can do to save people. They have the means, they have the tools to save themselves. They have the means to save themselves. Listen, they got all the resources in the damn world. I mean, there's too many resources. Too many resources. Readily available. Choose not to use it. The fuck can you do? You can't do a damn thing. That's why I say to be selfish but selfless. You know, don't be afraid to give money out. Don't be afraid to let somebody stay somewhere. Stay where you stay. Give somebody a place to stay. Don't be afraid to, you know, give an arm, give a leg. Like, don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to give man anything, man. But understand, and they gotta understand, they can't take away your spirit. They can't take away your mind. They can't take away your heart. They can't take away your purpose. They can't take your life away. Listen, I can give a man $1, but I can't give a man my energy. I give a man a place to stay. I can't give him my energy. All the material things. I can give a man all the material things, but one thing I you know, gotta refrain from giving is my energy, man. Listen, most people just ain't worth their energy, bro. They're not worth it. They're not worth the cost of your energy at all. They're not worth the cost of your energy at all. Like I said, I'll give people the world, man. I'll give people the world. Not my energy though. Even just looking at a nigga, man, it's just shit. That's wasting energy, nigga. Even just worry about danger. that's energy wasted, man. Like worrying about danger, that's energy wasted, man. Like worrying about what people think people got going on. I'm about to add you on. I'm about to add you on. Hey, maybe you can drop some gems on the camera, man. Maybe you can drop some gems on the stream. I'm dropping gems, but it's always good to hear from other people what they got to say.
But it's like no light, about to turn the light on.
Yo, what's up? What's up,
Chilling.
man? You came super late, so I don't even think you even know what the hell I was even talking about. Did you even catch what I was talking about?
Nope. I just got on.
Shit, I'm basically just telling people like I'm just well, really, I ain't got nobody on the camera. You're the only person that's on, but I was just, this is shit that I be posting on the YouTube and shit like that. But I was basically just talking about how like you know like the real meaning of what's called the end times. I'm sure you came across the end time, what people be saying, the end times and all this shit. I'm sure you came across that.
Yeah. That's what you think it is?
Um, well, the end times is definitely not the end of the world. Well, it's not the end of the earth. And people be speculating shit that like is bound to happen to the fucking earth or something like that. Or,
I think it's all based on perception.
yeah,
And that's how people change their frequency.
yeah.
Some people stay on the same timeline, some people switch to a whole different timeline. It's all really what they focus their energy on.
Mhm. Mhm. Like, do you think that the end time would be is ultimately just a shift in everything?
Yeah, I definitely believe like we're experiencing a lot more frequency now. I think people are starting to awaken to the knowledge of that. Like tap into the knowledge, like knowing what frequency even is or trying to listen for it.
Mhm. I mean, we all have it. I mean, we all have that vibration, that frequency. That's all we operate off of. That's how. I mean, that's why. Like, I mean, it's basically how your body even fucking shakes in the first place. Like, that's a vibration in itself. When your body's shaking, stuff like that. That's a vibration.
Mm,
You know. Um, I mean, even your organs like operates on a certain vibration and frequency. You know what I mean?
right.
Shit like that. So, you know, it's been within us the whole time. It's just a lot of people just ain't. A lot of people just don't tap into themselves to really understand it.
I think what is a lot in play now is that like social media is all time high. So many different people are focusing on different things. There's a lot of negativity on one side and a lot of positive on the other. It's like yin and yang. It all depends on what people want to focus on.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, a lot of people just tend to focus on the negative, and a lot of people built their fear based on that. Like, I was talking about a little earlier how like fear feeds the ego. Like, ego is fueled by fear
Mm,
um, of expanding themselves and who they are. Because a lot of people who have an ego, like a lot of people are ego driven. Um, they don't even know who they are. They just walking based on um, being accepted, I guess, what society accepts, or you know, um,
that's a hard way to live for them, though. In reality, like I would imagine someone like that focuses a lot on not themselves per se, but just everybody else and what everyone else is thinking. That's hard to deal with.
yeah, that's a rough life. That's a rough ass life. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even think about what the fucking government. I don't even think about the damn government, what they got
I'd be
going on.
having to
But,
stay off the news because that should be stressful.
man, a lot of things in the news is fucking fabricated, anyways, and it's like I said, it's fear driven, and um, You know, uh, my YouTube channel, I say a lot of the thing. My two phrases is this on my YouTube channels and how I structure my videos. Pride and ego creates victims, and be bold, not cold.
Mm.
Um, like with pride, um, again, a lot of people puffed up in the material. A lot of people pride themselves to um, the physical. They pride themselves to material things, which is still the physical, and that's just the lowest form of. That's just the lowest form. That's the that's the lowest form of energy right there, man. Physical. That's the lowest realm. The physical.
I think what is crazy though is that, like, right now, the way the world is, we're all bound to these laws that our government set. So, like, clean water is really all being done through the cities, which are putting, chlorine and stuff to clean it.
Mm.
But they're also putting fluoride, which calcifies your pineal gland, like all type of stuff like that. Like, you can't really legally collect rainwater. You can't own a piece of property without buying it. Like, stuff like that just blows me. You can't barely breathe without having to pay for anything now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But that's because a lot. That's because the people within this government system, or who abide by the government system and their laws, they give them the power to do that shit.
Yeah.
This shit could have been this, this shit could have been over with 60 years ago. This shit could have been over with. I ain't gonna lie to you. 60 years ago, this shit could have been over with. But um, again,
I've actually
fear.
looked in, like, it sounds crazy as hell because I don't know anybody in Thailand, like, for real. But I've actually looked into properties in Thailand, like, considered moving that way just so I could have a piece of land to have farm animals and crops and stuff. And it's cheaper out that way.
It is. I heard a lot about Thailand too. So I was looking into like Latin America too, the islands.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, they got crazy fruits. Crazy fruit, like some fruit like we will never see out here in America.
Right. They still got seeds in it because it's not genetically modified.
Yep. Wild fruit, exactly. Still got the seeds up in them. They're big as fuck, and they're edible.
Right. That's where a lot of
Like that.
the anti-parasitic antigens come from.
Hmm. Most definitely. Most definitely. Because with you collect parasites with the type of meats that you eat, and it's good, mom. My mom watching. What's up, mom? Well, yeah, you get a lot of parasites with the meat that you eat and stuff like
Mm.
that. And that shit builds up, and that shit, and also they lay eggs too. They can lay eggs in your intestines.
The
So
percentage, it was like 80% of Americans have parasites, like on a consistent basis, and we just don't know it.
yeah, I didn't even know that. That's insane. 80% is a crazy ass number.
Yeah, that's like taking a whole pie and you got two pieces that are still good and the rest is rotten. That's crazy.
Mm, mm, ugh. That makes me feel disgusting. I mean, I've been drinking fruit shakes. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing like herbal teas. I'm really trying to drink more than I eat because I think that's what be getting you fucked up.
I
A
mean,
lot of people.
I got the remedy. Matter of fact, this. Okay, let me see. If I can find it. So this is black walnut hull.
Oh wait, do you got your camera on?
Some what?
You got your camera on, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because my fucking okay. With these streams, it's like if somebody it's weird shit like when somebody gets on, see what's I can't see what's on my screen. Like I really
Oh,
can't
so
see.
you can't see what I'm showing you?
No, but I mean, show it anyways, because I mean, I'm gonna just roll it back and then
Oh, okay.
I'll see what you're talking about.
It's black walnut whole. I have whole cloves. I got elderberries I like to throw in it too. And wormwood herb. And honestly, I won't even lie. When you put that, because you're supposed to steep it and make a tea out of it,
Mm,
and you drink it 2 to 3 times a day for 1 week, or no, for 2 weeks, and then you take a week break, and then you do it again for 2 weeks, and that's a parasite cleanse. But it tastes like straight medicine. Like it's not a good taste, but
you boil it.
yeah, like you boil your water, and then I'll show you what I used to do it. It's like a loose leaf tea holder.
Mm,
Mine might be in my dishwasher right now. Yeah, it's a loose leaf tea holder, so it just you put your herbs in it, and then you close it up and you dip it in your hot water. You're supposed to let it steep for 2 minutes,
mm.
and you could add honey to it to like help the flavor, but it still tastes like straight medicine.
Over.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind the taste for real. It's just I do need to have my honey in my tea. I ain't gonna lie. I need the sweetness
Right.
all the time. All the time. I do like at least a spoonful. Like I just pour some honey on the spoon and then just like mix it up.
The crazy thing, according to Dr. Savy, like a lot of fruits aren't alkaline because the sugars,
Mm.
like he really says sugars helps, like feeds the cancers and sickness in people's body. So
He said that they are alkaline because of the sugar or aren't.
they aren't.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I think the only fruit that's actually alkaline is watermelon, right? Yeah, cucumber. Like that's like kind of the only things that only contain alkaline and shit.
I forget. He has a whole list. I'm gonna have to get my book out. It's up in my closet. I'll get the book out and then not tonight, but a different day, and I'll send you like the whole list of it.
Okay, yeah.
I tried
Damn.
doing that whole like Dr. Sabi regimen back in 2018, and I mean I wholeheartedly followed it for like 6 months, and then I fell off. But after that 6 months, I don't drink pop. I don't eat candy like that. It's like once in a blue moon. The only time I would drink pop, like right now I'm pregnant, so I can't drink at all. But the
Mm,
only time I would drink pop is if I was like mixing it with some liquor. But
true. So I'm the same way. But now I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, if I don't even take shots like that. But when I do, I just do it straight up. I don't do no chaser.
oh, we yeah.
But that shit, I mean, that shit burns, and I hate the taste of liquor anyways. That's why I don't drink it.
Right, that's rough.
Well, fuck it. I just go all the way with it. I just go straight
Go
up.
hard or go home.
Yeah, exactly. Go hard or go home. Fuck it. I mean,
Funny.
it's only gonna be in your mouth for a little bit of time. The taste, it's only gonna be in your taste buds for a little time.
That's
You know.
true. Shoot, after the third shot, you don't taste it no more.
Exactly. Sure. Exactly. Eventually, it's gonna get to a point where you can't say shit.
Right? Burn all your taste buds off.
For burn your taste buds off. Shit. Don't try to do dabs either. While you off the man. I remember doing my first dab. My first dab. I was drunk as hell. I think I took like 3 or 4 shots, which I was really drunk as hell. But like I said, you don't really be tasting shit, and your gag reflex is not there. Um, and I tried to take a dab. I took my first dab, not through. Fuck it.
Ooh.
I think every time I threw up off of liquor, I always smoked. It was because I smoked.
Yeah, profit.
So yeah, I never vomited drinking liquor at all. Never vomited.
You lucky. I didn't overdone myself so many times when I was a teenager. Like, it's probably because my age, though. Like, now, well, not drinking right now, but now I know my limits. And I was smoking. I quit smoking like 2 months before I got pregnant.
Mm.
For some reason, I think my tolerance just got too high with the tree. Because I would smoke like back to back to back to back to back to back all day long. And then I just wouldn't feel shit. Like I would smoke and it got to a point like I was just spending my money and I was like, this feel pointless.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When you get to a point, you just spending your money on weed and you ain't even getting high off the
Yeah.
shit. That's when it's down. Cause I mean, at least for I think everybody needs to kind of come back to just enjoying the simple things like the necessity, like the base necessities of life. Like, you know, like, I mean, I personally don't think you need to really eat like that, but I mean, at the very least, are you well rested? I ain't even gonna lie. Are you well rested and you drinking your water?
Yeah, it's supposed to have at least like 64 ounces of water per day. That's like minimum.
Hmm. I mean, of course, you get your water from fruits and stuff like that, but ultimately, are you high? I mean, it's fuck water in general. Are you hydrating yourself? Like, you got that hydration.
Mm.
You know, shit. I mean, you
Sleep
can.
deprivation, that's a big thing too.
Yeah, sleep deprivation is definitely a big thing. I mean, not because like one. I mean, one, you recharge. Two, um, I actually heard. Okay, I read a long time ago that you actually um grow, like literally grow while you sleep.
I
Like
believe,
I literally, yeah, like you literally grow while you sleep. That's what I heard. That's what I read like a long, long time ago. Grow while you sleep. I mean, I believe that those giants that the giants that you know that were recorded in history. Um, well, I think spent a lot of time resting in the sun. Like a lot of them spend a lot of time resting in the sun, like literally in a sleep state in the sun, like while in getting their energy from the sun. And that ultimately, I think that will ultimately grow somebody to be like fucking 20 feet, 30 feet.
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it was literally like, I mean, 20 foot, 30 foot people. Yeah, like real life,
Right. That's crazy.
real life. I mean, now we got like, 7 to 8, like 7 foot people to like 8 foot people. But
And that's maximum height right there. Yeah.
yeah, that's maximum height as of right now, like for people right now. But um, no, I mean, like the ancient gods, no, hell no. It was like fucking 30 feet. Which really makes you think too. Like, okay, when you look at mountains, are you like, do you live in Washington?
Yeah.
Okay, Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
I think those mountains were like specifically meant for giants.
Oh, I've always kind of wondered, like, what be inside the mountains. I feel like it's probably tunnels in there that we don't know about.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I looked I looked into some shit like mountains were trees at one point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, makes sense. I mean, just take a look at Mount Rainier and just how it sits on top of the mountains. I mean, it looks very rooted onto the
Right.
mountains. Looks very rooted. It looks like a whole fucking tree stump when
So
you
you
really.
believe in, like, the story of the Anunnaki and all that?
I mean, it's not. You see, the way that they describe it as fucking like fucking. they describe them as like um these demonic entities, but like um no, we it's like we come from, you know, Anunnaki gods and shit like that, you know, like we're the Anunnaki, like, you know what I mean? Um,
Mixed DNA with the sapiens that were already here on Earth. That was, I believe it. Yeah, I believe in a lot of different things, but it's a whole group of people that believes that.
no, the biggest lie is they want you to believe that you're a fucking human. Like that's the biggest lie.
I think we became human. I don't think we come from just popping up on the Earth out of nowhere.
Yeah, because you gotta believe, because you gotta think like, I mean, you know, there were once gods on this earth, and they all um operated, you know, off one God. Like they understood this. They understood that they were created for one God, while walking as the gods that they were created to be. You know, the divine beings. When it, you know, the concept of the human is, you know, these are like sapiens with mixed DNA.
Yeah, yeah.
Who makes the DNA? Like, how did this? How did you know? You look at the Book of Enoch, like there was DNA splicing. They was just splicing DNA. I,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was I mean, before I even looked further into it, um, when I read that book, I mean, I was kind of saying, and you know, when I even came to uh, the idea that people were DNA splicing, I was thinking like, so they were making like they were making humanoid animals, like shit. I think that would make sense, like fallen angels
Mm-hmm.
creating different type of different type of beings from animals. Doesn't
I thought
sound
it
too
was
far.
that war though that was talked about. There was a war
Doesn't
between the Anunnaki and what was the other thing? The other things called?
probably talking about either the Palladians or the Draconians.
Yeah, one of those. I just listened to that story not too long ago, like a couple months back. I was watching YouTube.
Yeah, I mean that could be the fact too, because I mean the sons of God and Naki, the you know children of men, the DNA splice, what they call the human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Book of Enoch could have actually been based on that the whole thing is in itself, like human beings being made, like how did the human beings come about? Because you got, I mean, because we have fallen angels and we have angels, and I mean the number of angels are equal to the number of people that's here on this planet, like in the physical.
right.
Like we got billions of angels and fallen angels. We got billions of them.
We got star children. Hey,
Yeah, literally star children. Yeah, literally star children.
I'm a big dreamer and I'm a big believer in that because I've had things happen within myself that I can't explain, like things of knowledge that come to me, and I mean it still happens all the time. Just being able to tap into almost like being psychic, low key, but you just gotta like read into the shit that's happening around you.
Oh yeah, and I mean I've always been in communication with the ancestors. Like they've been talking to me for since the beginning. You know, for me, that's where I got a lot of my fucking like knowledge from. You know, like that. I mean, I didn't just find this type of information. That shit just literally like just came to me.
definitely different dimensions. We're on the physical plane, but it's other things in play.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. That right there is a fact. There's because you got you got to think I mean right now um the firmament, that the Bible speak of, like, that's been open. There's more beings coming in and out of this earth. I don't know if you see up in the sky. There's one little star that's, you know um for lack of better words, glitching with all these crazy colors,
Hmm.
like red and blue, like just between red and blue colors.
I know the orbs is pretty crazy. Like the orbs coming out and that being like a highly public thing now.
I mean, you can literally see something like that up in the sky right now as we speak. Probably not where you're at if it's raining right now, but like just look on a clear night. Literally, just look up and you will see it. I've been seeing that for maybe a few months now, and no, that shit is fucking. I mean, I believe that that might be a portal within itself, just opening up, with our own two eyes, that we can actually see.
Yeah.
Portals being open that we can actually see, because there's portals that we can't see. Um,
That's where
but
quantum physics is crazy. Like quantum physics is so interesting to me.
yeah, that's the basis of it. You know, creating things out of, like, because basically what we see is pixels. Like, our eyes are our vision is very pixelated in a
And
sense.
everything that we think we're touching, we're not actually touching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Literally, literally. Because I mean, they say they teach you in school, like, everything contains cells, right?
Hmm.
I mean, cells are just the same thing, like, little, pixels, pieces that that they're put together to create a image.
That's why dreams are crazy to me too. Like our minds will put together people that we've never seen before or we don't know exist. But I believe that when we dream people like that, we create like the idea of their existence.
I really some of these people that I never met in real life, but I see them in my dreams. I've seen them before. Um, probably not. Probably in another life. Definitely in another life. I've seen these people before. I just think in my mind, like, I've seen these people before. Why would I? Otherwise, why would I just create a whole image of somebody that I've never seen before? You know, like, I've definitely seen this person before, and they'll create, like, what they would call, like, a deja vu moment
Oh, yeah.
in my dreams. I would have real deja vu moments, like, in my dreams. Like, I just don't even, like, being here. I've seen this person before, which makes me believe, like, I'm living shit from my past lives, in my dreams. But, like, I'm in control. I'm in control of these dreams. Like, I know it's a dream.
I've been able to control my dreams before. I've been able to lucid dream. Like I said, I'm a big dreamer. Like ever since I was a child, I could remember dreams that I've had since preschool. Like I could recite them and like tell you details about my dreams, and I've been able to do that for so long, like longer than I can remember.
Mm.
And it's just crazy because, like how you said, you think that the people in your dreams, you've seen them before. I personally sometimes doubt myself on that. Like I don't know, it could have been a past life, like you said though, but I feel like my mind is so creative because I've came up with monsters like real scary dreams that my mind created these monsters that I've never seen on TV, but they're like real scary. Almost how like you see the AI making monster stuff now.
Mhm.
My dreams have been doing that since I was little.
Mm.
Or like cool stuff, like I'll have superpowers in my dreams sometimes. Like telekinesis is always what my superpower is in my dreams.
Mm.
To the point like I've taught myself how to fly, not by just like shooting up in the air with the flying powers, but
No, you just jump.
flying by
You
telekinesis.
yeah, like you jump, like you jump, you lift yourself up off the ground, and you just flying. I've
Yeah.
done that same shit actually. Done that same shit. Or like or if I fall, I'm able to float.
Yeah. Like how
I'm able to
birds do
float.
it.
Yeah.
You gotta fall to fly.
Mhm. Mhm. So that I mean that's just like know right there. Like shit, ain't no fake shit. You can really do that. You can really do that. The problem is, um, we've been stripped from those. We've been stripped from those like abilities, those capabilities. You know, because of the fact that we accepted.
That's exactly what it is. The acceptance, the doubt from
Mhm.
childhood that we're told.
That's
And
what
not
I
only
mean.
that, but all the chemicals and everything else that we're being fed in our physical brain.
That's what I mean. I now that I look into now that I think about it, I mean that's what Adam and Eve describes. Like you know, with the the serpent. Have eat the fruit of that tree, knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah,
Uh, like these were divine beings. Adam and Eve were described to be as divine beings. I mean, if you when you really when you look at what the name means, the name describes divine beings,
yeah.
right? So these were divine beings who were tricked by the serpent.
That's what's crazy too is like naturally people are able to, well, most people anyway, are able to have that discernment though between good and evil just without being told what good and evil is. Like a lot of people have that sense of what's right and what's wrong. So it's crazy that she went down like that.
The problem is people following society's version of what's good and what's evil, which is the polar opposite,
Yeah,
the complete opposite
a lot of
of
people
people following.
away from just being able to be self-sufficient for one. Like it's sad to see that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like, imagine, like I said, this is why I say this shit would have been destroyed. Like, this shit could have been destroyed a long ass time ago. We could have been, we could have been ascended to a higher dimension, like a higher level. Um, but um, I believe, you know, um, when they, because like this, cause like I can flip the Adam and Eve story into like a whole bunch of different type of like scenarios. It's really some shit. Um, I mean like after they killed all the civil rights leaders, that put fear right there.
Yeah,
That put fear right there, and that caused people. It caused a lot of assimilation that shouldn't have never happened.
and the sad part about that is there is power in numbers, and people still still fail to see that there's power in numbers, and the numbers that have power are looking at themselves like they're powerless.
Mhm. Mhm. That is insane within itself. Like, I mean, with as much people as we have in this country alone, right? You mean tell me nobody's like we have had saying, oh, nobody's been willing to stand up and rise up.
Yeah.
6 years, nobody's been willing to rise up and stand up. Nobody, like at all. We're just gonna. I guess we're just gonna kumbaya and hold hands with everybody, right? You know what I mean? Like shit's fucking sweet still. Like that's what's going on right now. You got a lot of people. A lot of people. It's like they are ignorant. They turn a blind eye, or they want to push this love thy neighbor bullshit, man. Like,
People are afraid to be uncomfortable though, because since people aren't self sufficient anymore, those skills and that knowledge has been lost for a couple generations now. A lot of those skills, like being able to grow your own food and how to clean your own water and all that, like build your own house. A lot of people are afraid to lose that government support because of that fear. They don't want to lose having TV every night, or like, which is crazy, because if people really focused back to gaining self-sufficiency and power, they would still come to realize there is a way to get energy and power for TV and shit, but right now we're just all paying for it.
well, what they show you in the fucking TVs and in these movies is like, um, they're literally flipping in your face. They're literally putting a mirror in front of your face,
Yeah.
telling you exactly who you are, and these people are getting paid to show you who you are. That's the craziest thing about it. These people are literally getting paid to show you exactly who you are, and exactly where you came from, and exactly what's going on. Nobody is paying attention. Not even batting an eye. Not even looking into what they're watching and what they're seeing. They're eating the shit up like it's damn entertainment.
You said what?
So they're just eating the shit up like it's entertainment.
Oh, yeah. It's been like that though for a while.
Mhm. Mhm. That's all the media's been doing. That's all the media has done since the inception, since its early development. Putting the mirror in front of your face to show you some shit. You know, this is real truth. This is real truth. Real truth hidden in entertainment.
Reminds me of that movie, The Truman Show.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. I haven't seen too much of that though. I haven't seen too much of that show. I know what you're talking about.
That's nice. Jim Carrey, that movie, and he's